Hey, what's up everyone? So today we're gonna strictly talk about value and the investing side of Funko Pops. Now I've always advocated for buying what you truly love, what you feel passionate about. So I like to give you these heads up so you don't miss out on things that you really want for your collection. Now I know a lot of people scoff at commons, and I actually think the term common when applied to Funko Pops is a bit of a misnomer. And sometimes people get the word exclusive confused with limited. Exclusive just means you can get it at one place. Doesn't mean that it's limited or rare. Case in point, Hot Topic, exclusives being more abundant, easier to get than a lot of commons that are out there. But that also doesn't mean that Hot Topic exclusives are worthless. But that's a topic for another day. Today we're going to focus on commons. Now with any type of investing, and yes, buying Funko Pops can be considered investing because many of them go up in value. You can trade them, you can sell them. Just like a stock, collecting has always been that way. And of course, what drives up value is scarcity and demand. And at the end of the day, when time goes by, the demand is usually for the figure and not for an exclusive sticker. Also keep in mind that common Funko Pops take time to go up in value. It's not an overnight thing. And there are many little things that you should consider when you're purchasing a large haul of common pops, if you like to keep value in mind. All right, we all on the same page? All right, the first set of common pops I recommend you buy now, before it starts to sting your wallet a little bit, are the Slayer Pops. And first up, it's Tom Araya. Really cool pop, looks a lot like him. Great box art. Carrie King, also great looking pop. And the one that's already going up in value, Jeff Hanneman. Now the one already going up in value is Carrie King. And that's because I think they made less of him. Just like the Duff McKagan in the Guns N' Roses set, he was just harder to find. Now these aren't officially vaulted yet. This guy still says that he's just unavailable. But do you really think that Funko right now is busy making another 10,000 Jeff Hannemans? Probably not. Plus Funko isn't the best at keeping up to date with communication or updating the Funko app. You have to pay a little bit more attention to what's actually going on in the market. I feel he's soon to be officially vaulted, and the other ones will follow as well. Slayer the band has a very loyal cult fan base, and they're also controversial. And Funko Pop Rocks, the music line, has historically been one of the safest bets, one of the most reliable lines of Funko Pops, whether they're exclusive or common, to eventually go up in price. They're not around for a long time. People have deep connections with musicians, and Funko tends to do a great job on the design. All factors that make these an easy buy for me when it comes to value. Now these ones are extremely new, retail price still, which is when you should buy the commons. Never wait until they're $20, $30. And then decide to buy them because you see other people buying them. You want to beat that price hike. So from this new set, to me, this is a big no-brainer. That's Ratcatcher 2. King Shark. And Polka Dot Man. Now I'm picking these three pops from this line specifically because Polka Dot Man, I'm almost positive this is going to be the only time they make this Polka Dot Man. I don't see him getting his own comic book or his own TV show or movie. And I don't see this line having very big distribution. When I go to the stores, I don't see Suicide Squad Funko Pops. They're still available online for retail, like from GameStop, for example, and that's where I recommend you get them, or anywhere that just has them for $12 or less. And you're confident that they're going to ship them to you with care, of course. Because when it comes to value, your Pops need to be in very, very good shape. I would say 9.5 and above. 9.5 out of 10. They have to be pristine. Ratcatcher 2, to me, is the biggest no-brainer out of these. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's a Ratcatcher in the comics, but Ratcatcher 2 is a creation for the movie. So this is her origin. This is her origin Pop. And she seems to be a breakout character. Very, very popular. I see people already listing her Pop on eBay for like $25. Maybe not selling it, but they're anticipating the scarcity of these, right? So they don't want to put it up there for like 15 and then have the price all of a sudden spike up and have to get rid of it for 15. So they're anticipating by already putting it at $25, $30 because this Pop is very obvious that it's going to go up in value. Although, unlike the Polka Dot Man, I wouldn't be surprised if Funko makes an unmasked version of her eventually, maybe for the New York Comic Con or something like that, which would be perfect. How overpowered would Ratcatcher 2 be in New York? She'd be the most powerful superhero ever, or supervillain, if she could control all the rats in New York. But, all jokes aside, the Suicide Squad, I believe, is going to have a cult following well into the future, well past the point of them making these Pops. They're going to be scarce. I actually recommend getting the whole line, but Ratcatcher 2 specifically. And also King Shark, although King Shark also has a potential to be made again if the demand for a 6-inch one is there, or if he's in another movie. And I know he's in the Harley Quinn TV show, and in various DC animated properties. But for retail price, as of now, he does have potential to also go up in value. Now this Asuka from Evangelion, I've recommended to you before. But I'm also going to recommend you get Shinji and Rei. Now this set of Pops have been around for a while. They're right at that point where they're impossible to find. You're not going to find them in stores. You might be able to find them from an actual retailer, online somewhere, some mom and pop one. But of course that comes with a shipping charge. And on eBay, places like that, these two can still be had for around $10 with $4 to $5 shipping on top of that. Now, a property like Evangelion doesn't really need a big catalyst to go up in price. They just kind of do all of a sudden because that fan base is already there. And a lot of that fan base is a little older. And when you're a little older, you have a little bit more money to spend on things like Funko Pops. An example of a property like this from a similar era in anime is Cowboy Bebop. Now, Cowboy Bebop is way more accessible than Evangelion. You either kind of love Evangelion or you just don't get it at all. But what that means is it also has a cult following, a very hardcore fan base. Now, I brought up Cowboy Bebop because they had a very similar release pattern as these did. I saw them in store maybe one time. Most of the people that got them just kind of pre-ordered them, maybe ordered them from an online retailer when they went up for a little bit. I think people slept on them because they were commons, and then all of a sudden, they were gone. And without a specific catalyst, no new movie, the show wasn't even available to stream anywhere, the price just went through the roof. It only takes a fan base to become aware of these type of properties. But one of the things that makes Evangelion different is that the entire series is available to stream on Netflix, including the original 2 movies, and now the 4 new ones are available on Amazon Prime. So Evangelion is reaching a whole new set of people that will become fans, maybe enchanted by the series, have a deep personal connection to it. And if they happen to be Funko Pop collectors, these are going to be a must-have for them, with not enough of these to go around. If you open up eBay, you're not going to see hundreds and hundreds of listings of these. But all 3 of these are pretty affordable. You're going to pay a little bit more for Asuka, because she's a lot of people's favorite character. Out of these 3, she is my favorite character, even though Misato is my ultimate favorite. But they never made her. But also keep in mind, out of the 3 properties I'm recommending you to get in this video, this is the most risky because of what I already said about the series not being the most easy to get into because of the nature of the story. But also, there's a lot of Evangelion merch already available. Cowboy Bebop doesn't have the same amount of merch available, even though they do have a lot. But you can get Evangelion anything. I mean, there's places in Japan that are giant stores, and all they sell is Evangelion merch. But in the United States, that stuff is a little harder to get, and we got these Funko Pops. So it is a little riskier, but not at this price point, right? If these were all worth $30 already, $40 already, I'd tell you to be very careful. because they could just stay at that price or go down. But right now, you can get all 3 of these for under $40, and they may not go up in price a whole lot in the short term, but I think eventually they will double, and they definitely will not go down.